What's up, everybody? I'm Jer Gamer. Welcome back to the channel today. We are back in some more Granblue Fantasy Relink, and I am giving you my Narmaya Maniac build. She's absolutely built super strong, and we're at the point where we need to get the Proud in order to start getting some min-max stuff. I'll go over my sigils, my weapons, my overmaster, everything you need to know to make sure she's extra buff. Okay, without further ado, let's dive in. So here we are, Narmaya. So this is my main character. She's absolutely amazing. You guys know what she is, a samurai character. So the skills I have on, I have the pink petals because one, it gives me supplemental damage, and I kind of just buff it off right now so you guys kind of see what kind of damage we're doing. Just absolutely crazy damage. And that's one rotation right there. So what is that? 1.2 million damage in one rotation. Yep, it is 1.2 crazy damage, and it looks like on some of my attacks I'm hitting the damage buff, the damage cap. And that's the one thing in this game is this game is interesting compared to other games. You can max out your crit damage, your attack, and all those things, and sometimes it doesn't really matter because late game your damage is really impacted by how much damage cap you have. So spoiler alert, what you want to have is at least 5 levels of damage cap. If you're using the recession weapons, you want to have 4 level 5 damage cap on your character. That way you can do even more damage above. How do I know I'm getting damage cap? If you see this line, you see the lines, the gold lines behind my attacks. On some of my attacks, hold on. You see the gold lines? That tells you right there that my damage could get higher, but right now I'm getting capped by my current damage limits. So that's where you want to make sure you get your damage cap up so you can do even more damage. So now let's go ahead and leave this and go to my options so I can kind of show you what loadout I'm using and how to make your Narmaya even buff as well. So starting off, my Narmaya is currently level 100. We maxed her out today and we have 16,000 power. We're doing major damage. A couple of things: in order to level up quickly, you want to use a Stampede quest, which you'll unlock when you get to Maniac mode, which gives you a ton of XP. You don't necessarily need fast learning because you can level relatively quickly. I put fast learning on my other dudes and I did 1 round of Stampede and they went from level 75 to like 90. So they level up really quickly. So also you get XP books to level up your character even more. Then when it comes to my gear, this is the current gear I'm currently rocking. You got Link Together level 7, critical rate level 5, scaled assault level 4, critical damage, combo booster, drain, tyranny, damage cap, stamina, damage cap. There's other skills out there that I'm gonna get and add to my party, which is a supplemental damage, which is gonna be a war elemental. Those are harder to get, they're RNG based. So when we get to Proud mode, then we'll focus on those skills. For today, this is the best it can currently get when it comes to my skills. When it comes to your actual gear, what you want to be careful of is when you get to level 5 skills, you can level them up, but you kind of want to wait till later on when you start getting level 5 pluses like this, which have 2 skills in them, so you can get even more bang for your buck. So I would say when you get to Maniac mode, just start gathering the skills you're going to want to use, but you don't necessarily need to put all yours, level them up, because you're going to get better ones later on. The weapon I'm using, I'm like this one a lot because this one gives me crit rate and critical damage. As you can see, my crit rate and my critical damage is high up there. I have 100% crit on every single hit. It's absolutely disgusting how much we get. But also too, I might even check out some other weapons because based on my overpower and my loadout, I might be even over my crit. So I don't necessarily need that much. We'll go into it. This is the weapon I'm currently using. This is the weapon I'm currently using. It has 1285 attack. It's disgusting. It has crit rate and crit damage on it. I imbued it with weakness exploit essentially. When I hit weak spot, I do more damage, and Aegis, which gives me more health, increase my overall health based on how much health I have in total. So I'll kind of go to this screen so you kind of see all the skills I have on and what they do. Crit rate, increase my crit rate, as you would know that. A weak point damage, boost damage against weak points or attack from behind, which we do a lot with Narmaya. Stamina is great. This is your peak performance. The boost attack based on how high your HP is. The more HP you have, the more damage you do. Damage cap, raises your damage limits on your attacks. This is very important. You want to get this one to level 60, 65 because the more levels I have here, the more damage I do. Link Together, boost link attacks, skybound attacks, chain burst, also boosts Amount of link level gained. Self-explanatory. Great to have. This one held on the resistance came with one of my damage, my plus skills. Uplift came with a plus skill. Crit damage, boost damage dealt by critical hits. I'm 100% crit, so all my attacks are gonna be stronger. Aegis raises maximum health as proportion to of your current maximum health. Sharing these really good. Reduces maximum base health in exchange for a boost in attack, which you get a massive boost in attack. So I like this skill a lot. Skill assault boosts attack of damage and skills. Combo booster gradually boosts damage of successful hits. Raise effects. Resets on the next hit if not made in time. And drain. This is your health regen. Recover HP based on how much damage is dealt to the foes. As you guys saw, I do 1.2 million damage on my first combo. So I'm healing a lot. And a lot of times we are able to maintain our overall attack and overall health. If you go to here, this is what I was talking about when I was talking about damage cap. As you can see, you can level up your skills multiple ways. You can level them up natively to level 15, or you can just wait till you get stronger ones. Then you can just stack them up together. If you use the same skill, stack it up, they stack. And that's how you hit these levels of level 65. Meaning my skill damage cap is 250% of my overall attack. And once I start hitting damage cap, when I have this maxed out, then it's better to put your points into defensive skills, more health. That way you can stay alive because you cannot get no more damage past this level. And this kind of gives you a breakdown of what you can expect to get crit rate. If you go all the way to level 45, you get 50% crit rate. Do you need to go that high? No, because it's relatively easy to max it out standardly. And moving across, these are all the skills I currently have on my character. Before we leave our weapons, I guess it kind of leads us into my next point. Based on the weapon I currently have, I would just say go ahead and forge all the weapons, level all the weapons up because it allows you to get the mastery skill on that weapon and keep it permanently even if you don't have it equipped. But going to my weapon, so this is my main weapon right now. You want to put these on there. What does this do? This just gives you raw power just by adding them to your weapons. How do you get these? When you get to Maniac and you get to proud mode, these drop after every single hunt. So easy to farm. The more you play, the more you get, the more you upgrade your gear. So like I was saying, this is your essential weapon. This one goes higher than the base level, but for now I'm using this one. I'll switch this one a little later on. Right now I'm just having my fun with this weapon. You can upgrade your sigils. I don't recommend it. Don't do it yet until you start getting like your end game sigils. That's when you want to upgrade them. See, if it was damage cap plus 5 plus, and I had a good skill on it, then I'll do that. If not, don't waste your time. Skills. So I recommend using pink petals because one, it gives you supplemental damage earlier on, but when you get super end game, you just take this off because you're not gonna get you'll get the supplemental damage always a buff. Those attacks just get extra attacks while you're attacking. You see random numbers floating, but you're not gonna get the attack buff 30% because you're already strong. The cool thing about it is also you get the poise, meaning taking damage doesn't interrupt character's action. So that's cool. So the last two skills on this one, if you're going to use a buff or beneficial, if not, put another attacking skill on there. Your attacking skills, whatever you want. I use this one to close the distance. I like this one. After I get my butterflies up, it does major damage and it charges really fast. And my other skill, which is good for just good damage. The counter, you don't necessarily need a counter, just dodge out the way or block. And the counter takes way too long to charge, so it's better to use an attacking skill. That way you can just keep your combos going. When it comes to masteries, this is where we're gonna spend our time. One, spend your time getting your mastery points up. Fill out your tree. The more you fill out, the more damage you do. Same thing with your defense, fill everything out. When it comes to your weapons, this is what I was talking about earlier. You wanna level up your weapons because you get these points, these skills, these buffs that you can equip in your character, and they stay on you regardless if you switch your weapon or you switch off of that weapon. So you level them up, uncap them, level them to that certain level, and you'll get the skill associated with it as well. We have one more weapon to get, which we'll get in proud. Over mastery. What is over mastery? After you get over a certain level in the game, you get a chance to roll the dice with your mastery points and get specific skills here. The one I got, my crit went up by 16%, my chain burst damage went up by 4%, my normal attack damage cap went up by 20%. Why is this one absolutely god tier to get? Because if you didn't notice, I do a lot of my damage in just standard attacks. I don't necessarily use my special skill. I use my normal attack. So now my normal attacks do even more damage, and it stacks with damage cap. So this is a god tier roll you want to get. Everything else is okay. Crit's good. Skybound attack damage up is good, but that's gonna be capped by my damage boost, my damage cap. So those are kind of things you want to start keep an eye out on. So this is the build. It works well. It's extremely strong, and I'm having a good time playing it. We're preparing ourselves. Right now I'm building the rest of my team up, because if I'm not playing online, you gotta play with your own party. They're getting ready for the raids. They're gonna be coming down. So I just want to make sure she's extra juicy and ready for all the actions coming down the line. There's a bunch of new stuff they're adding next month, so I'm excited to dive into that content as well. One last thing I forgot to talk about when it comes to weapons is you can imbue your weapon. So imbuement, you have to replace your current skill that you have on it, and it adds to your overall stats. So as you can see right now, I have weakness point damage and the skill for the health. We can put any one of these on. As you can see, we start getting some juicy ones. This one has 3 skills on it. I think I might just put this one on instead, because oh my goodness, the skills on that one is absolutely beautiful. 5 levels of weak point, stamina, and drain. Absolutely disgusting. So pay attention to these as well, because you can put these on your gear and make your weapons even stronger. You can't take them off. So if you put them on, it stays on there. So just make sure that the one you put on your weapon is the one you want to keep for a while. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new, subscribe. If you want to see more Granblue content on the channel, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Till next time, dear gamers, signing out.